Knew that I didn't have enough Star Trek figures found, and I knew that I had some that went with this base. So, here we go. Come on, don't disappear on me now. Where is dress uniform Cisco? Oh, come on. Then you're going to force me to substitute DS9 uniform Cisco. All right, here we go. Let's see here. Good, now it's in view. All right, so DS9 uniform. Come on, foot peg. Come on, DS9 uniform Cisco. Good. There is Colonel Major Kira. She wasn't Colonel Kira till season 7. Here we are. All right. Classic Star Trek. Kirk in front. Spock here. There we go. And Riker. And Picard. Good. Now, where to put it? Give me 1 minute. There we go. They're up there for now. With the Star Wars and the Terminator. But when I have room, they'll go over here, probably in front of that shelf. Now, you have all the remaining Star Trek figures here, including Captain Scott on his base, and you have a Chekhov base, and Kirk, etc., everyone. Mostly from Generations, which makes sense, because that was for the Generations line. And, of course, here, you have the MOTU Mega Construx, which should be able to fit there. Just let me see if I can arrange something a bit better. Keeping in mind the fact that my Mega Construx want to be fixed. This thing seems to be missing something. I mean, I used to have a peg. Oh. See? It keeps falling down. And the chair is actually a bit lower. So we're going to try that instead. See if that works any better. See, it still falls. And I can't seem to get it. Well, that's about the best we can do. It just won't stay. So it's going to have to come back. Okay. Original childhood figures. Here we go. The original 6. So, the TOS versions. With their accessories. There. 3 more. Of course, only 2 seem to have accessories at the moment. There. Okay. So far, that is that. Now, I'm thinking, one moment, that's better for the Star Trek shelf for the time being. There. And with the Star Trek Generations backdrop on that shelf, now I can put the Star Trek Generations figures back there. And there are actually approximately 7 of them. Now, don't ask me whose accessories belong to whom, because I don't have that answer at the present time. But we still have a lot of time here. So, oh, let me get the bases, right? The bases. There. Got the bases. Okay. Who's who here? Ah, right, okay. Picard. I don't know why he's wearing his, using his TOS base, but there you go. But he's in the first contact uniform. Good. Then you have Kirk, who somehow has a Next Generation style base, even though he probably never wore that. But there's Captain Kirk. Oh, let's lean him a bit. Good. There you go. And you have Chekhov. I know, hindsight says you probably should have the TOS crew together. So let's move Picard behind Riker here. Have Chekhov there with Kirk. And Scotty already has his base, so let's see if we can. There, good. Now we're getting somewhere. Good, okay. Guinan bridged the gap between the group of them. Between the 23rd and the 24th century, so she should be standing there. Good. Now, the irony is you have 4 figures and only 3 bases. Somehow you're missing Deanna's base. There's Geordi. We gotta get Data. Now he's wearing a Generation style uniform that was created for the action figures long before the movie came out, so it's not accurate like Data's is. And since you have the base for Dr. Soren, come on, get in his foot peg. There. There. Now, there's no room right now for Deanna unless you put her right there. Okay. So, that is the Generations along the top. My childhood figures along the middle, except for Deanna, who had to fit somewhere. Actually, give me a moment here. Can she fit? There. That's better. Okay, so Generations top row, childhood figures middle row, all good things figures this row. Good. Now that's the biggest display base, unless you count this one, but it doesn't expand nearly as much. So that's the Star Trek figures. And all their accessories, of course, are here. So I suppose they would all go together. Wait a minute. You were asking, that's not... Huh. Just gotta put all the accessories in the proper spot here. I'll be right back. All right. Now I'm back. Now the Mega Construx can now be put on a shelf properly. If I can get the phone to work. Otherwise, you have to point down at it like that. There. All right. Vehicles along the top because they don't need to be protected. You don't have to worry about them. And if the battle ram appears to be missing something, well, I hope not. I hope it moved intact. Okay. That's a vintage piece. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. So now we got figures on their bases. Putting them in place slowly. They remained on their bases, which is good. They didn't fall off. That is excellent. Just trying to divide up the figures based on the ones with the rock piece bases and the ones with the labeled bases, because they're different. Keep in mind the Mega Construx have more than the 5 points of articulation of the normal figures. And look, 2 different versions of Merman. Now there was a red Tila, wasn't there? Somewhere. I'm sure there was. I put her together myself. Oh yeah, there she is. Well, then there's only one figure missing. And that is He-Man. There you go. Good. Okay. Now, pink Tila. Yes. Don't tip over now. Come on now. Oh, get on your stand. Get on there. Go. Go, 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 go. Get on there. Come on. Come on. Two different versions of Faker. One holds an axe, one holds a sword, I guess. Okay. Sure, why not? Two different versions of Faker. Oh, well, actually, put them underneath, because they were different bases again. You can see how some of the bases are rounded and some of them are not. Orko belongs up there. There you go. Tila, well, that's a rounded base, so actually, we're going to put that one. Just going to have her snake staff